Hi everyone, welcome back to my Occupational Therapy Doctoral Capstone mini-series. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about driving, lumbar support, positioning, and methods for getting a stroller and an infant car seat into and out of your vehicle in a way that does not exacerbate any pain. Car seats put us into poor posture. When you're sitting comfortably with your arms at a normal distance away from the wheel, you have to be leaned back a little bit in the seat, which puts you into a posterior pelvic tilt. Your spine ends up curved, and when your arms are out, your shoulders end up curved in front of you. Now, in order to adjust this, if you try to adjust it so you're more upright and out of that posterior pelvic tilt, you end up sitting very upright, but it pushes your head forward. So you're in a very odd position, and you end up a little too close to the steering wheel. What can we do to remedy this? Well, that's where lumbar support comes in. Most vehicles on the driver's side have adjustable lumbar support within the seat itself. You can either decrease or increase the lumbar support. Now, this is good, and it's nice that it has this, but sometimes it's not enough. Personally, I use a lumbar pillow. This pillow goes behind me in the seat. It can be attached to the seat, but I prefer having it detached so that I can adjust the height for my postural needs. With this lumbar pillow behind me, I am able to adjust my pelvis so that my bottom is at the back of the seat and I have my pelvis in a more upright position, and my lumbar spine is supported so that I can sit more upright and my head is not being pushed forward. I can relax a little bit. The lumbar pillow allows me to be sitting in a more upright position with my pelvis in a more aligned position at a 90-degree angle as opposed to that posterior tilt. It allows me to be more comfortable, and my lumbar spine is supported so I can relax, keep my torso and my shoulders in a better alignment even as I'm driving. The best and simplest way to get a stroller out of the back of your car in a way that protects your back is to let gravity help. So this stroller has a latching mechanism here that keeps it folded. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide it to the edge. So I'm holding about maybe a quarter of the weight. The car has the rest of it. I'm going to unlatch the locking mechanism and let gravity help me. There we go. So now the easiest and simplest way to get the stroller back into the trunk is to let the car itself help you. Just to get it here, wide base of support, get it closer, bring it up, and lay it down. So now I'm holding about a quarter of the weight, the car has the rest. Then you can slide it in. If you need to, you can then pivot it upright so you can have more space and do as you please. But letting the car be a support for the stroller so that you're not having to just pick up the weight, because again, the stroller folds like this, right? You got to just pick it up with one hand. That's a lot of twisting, that's a lot of bending, that's a lot of movements that we don't want to have happen, especially if you do have sort of consistent pain. I need to get this infant car seat out of the vehicle in a way that preserves my alignment and reduces the risk of exacerbating any pain I might be feeling. The best method is to get a wide base of support. I don't want anybody standing with their feet together. I need your knees a little bit bent, and we're going to pivot forward using our hips instead of our back. Pivoting using your hips keeps your back straight and in better alignment to avoid any exacerbation. Now you can do what I'm doing, which is kind of a staggered stance. We're reaching in, going straight up, bringing the car seat towards our chest, standing back up, and taking a step back. That is the best way that I have found to bring an infant car seat out of the vehicle without exacerbating pain or going majorly out of alignment. Now, what is the best way to hold the infant car seat? Well, there are a couple different ways to hold it. You can, of course, hold it like this with your arm at your side, elbow bent, and holding it with your fingers facing up. Now, this does, especially as baby gets heavier, put a lot of excess strain on your bicep and on your wrist. I also see people carry it like this, like a big shopping bag, which is, again, personal preference, but it does also, especially if the baby gets heavier, put excess strain on your bicep, and it can compress parts of the forearm. So, my personal favorite way of carrying an infant car seat is to take one of your hands, wrap it under, like you're going to carry it like a shopping bag, but from here, you're going to bring your hand down to hold where the handle connects to the rest of the car seat. So now I have full control over where the car seat is in space. It is in, my arm is still within my personal base of support. I can bring baby in front of me if I need to check, and I can bring baby behind me if I need to get through a tight space. I can rest baby on the back of my hip as I kind of pivot forward on my hips. If I need to go upstairs, if I need to go downstairs, I can bring baby in front of me. So now how do we get the carrier back into the vehicle? Every vehicle does have structural limitations because of the size of the door, and these infant carriers are not small. So what I see often is people just hold the top with one hand. Do you see how bent my wrist is into extension? And then they hold the back, which is fine. But then I see this. I am putting a majority of my weight on one foot. I'm already losing my balance as I'm turning around. Majority of my weight is on one foot. I'm just on my toe on this side. And again, my arms are fully extended out. So you're going to take one hand on the handle, and you're going to put one hand on this release lever. From here, instead of just going straight in and reaching, you're going to come in at an angle to get baby partially in the vehicle. Then you're going to pivot, and then pivot at your hips to get baby secure. So let me demonstrate that again. We've got one hand on the handle and one hand on this release. We're coming up to the vehicle at an angle so the baby is in front of you like this. We come towards the vehicle at an angle, side step, so that baby can now be rested partially on the seat. Now, from here, take another step closer and use your hips to pivot you down to get baby secure. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this episode and learned something useful. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.